Alright guys, so I am working on my Zentangle here. I'm also making cinnamon rolls for my kids, so my pencil's a little sticky. But I shared this document that has lots of different patterns on it. So I just wanted to show you how you could incorporate some of these patterns in your Zentangle. So for instance, one thing you might want to do is if you have big spaces like this, you might want to kind of break it up into smaller spaces. So for instance, if I wanted to do, let's see, if I wanted to do this pattern, which is called laced, then maybe I want to break this area up into a smaller chunk. So, bring this up here. Maybe you can see it a little better. So if I am doing this pattern, then I'm gonna start with just the little circles. You can always go back and erase. And then I'm going to make sure, if you notice, these go all the way through the different areas. So if I go here, then I know it's coming back through this spot. And here, and then it's coming back out through there. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. It's coming underneath. And think about those texture circles we did earlier in the year. This has some similar components to that. And then I need to Alright, so for this pattern, then I would go back in and fill in the dark spots. Okay, what is it?
Can we watch our iPads?
No, not until after we do our schoolwork.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I sit here and watch?
Yeah. Alright, so that's the premise of that pattern. Now, if you want to, you could go back in and add some, a little bit of shading to give it a little bit more depth. And then even in this background, give it some, just a little bit. So you also have different patterns on the back of your Zentangle sheet. So you can use those. You can come up with your own patterns. So if you wanted to, for like, I could go through and I could just chunk all of this out. And I could even, if I want it to be super fancy or extra, what if I made these I could have it go into this area, or I could have it come, so let's say it went this way. And then I drew another little line, and then I had it come up from underneath. So it's like it's connecting from the other Zentangle. Oh, it's time for me to put the cinnamon rolls in the oven. And then just go out this side. And then I can do the same thing with this one, have it come in to this area. And then maybe in these two spots